Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Denver Nuggets. Well, it was Denver in their last game with a loss to Houston. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. Well, the last few years, a bit uncertain for the Nuggets. Went from being a top team to a cellar dweller, and it didn't take long. Kenny, it became clear last year they have some work to do.
Yes, a lot of work, but they started with the draft, Emmanuel Mudiay, great pickup. Looks like he's going to be a great young talent. Haven't made long-term mistakes, but they have to get some more roster flexibility and do some more things to really make this team a contender in the West.
They got a new coach, Malone. He knows how to get teams to play defense. Defense was their biggest problem last year, so it's definitely going to be a focus. I think Coach Malone is the guy to get these guys to play some defense.
Kevin Harlan's got the call, and we will see you later.
Small forward at 6'6", number 17, PJ Tucker. At shooting guard at 6'6", number 1, Devin Booker. Tyson Chandler. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 3, Brandon Knight. The head coach of your home team is Jeff Hornacek. Let's hear it for your Phoenix Suns!
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. And last year they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Mudiay out there at 4, and it's Jay in at the 5 spot.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental errors.
And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, you learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. Several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
And that one falls for Knight. The Phoenix Suns weren't terrible at home by any means last year. They ended up over 500, but, Greg, they weren't quite dominant enough at home to get in the playoffs.
That's a great point. I mean, they finished the year +3 in terms of wins at home. Not bad, but not good enough when you're talking about that Western Conference.
Mudiay passes it to Ford. He dishes it to Chandler. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
You know, when you talk about the Suns, their play at home sums up their season. When you are just above average in the West, you won't be in the playoffs. You've got to be really good at home to make it in the West in the playoffs.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Phoenix had some turnover issues at home last year, but overall, and to drive this home, they just were okay here in this building, and that's not going to cut it.
Now here's Knight. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Clippers.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Foy with it. He's guarded by Knight. Here's Moutier. From 11 feet away, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Moutier's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, boy. Woo-hoo. Sweet move. Tough finish. What a play.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. A three-pointer is right on target.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Jokic. 9 points last game out. Here's the floater. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Mudiay, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
He's off on the first.
And how about Mudiay, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
Lenz checked in for Phoenix. And the second free throw, good.
And, you know, with Mudiay, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
Now, here is Knight. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Screen by Fareed. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Knight passes to Tucker. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And Booker kicks to Len. Here's Tucker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from 3-point range.
Mudiay with the ball. Pass to Foy. To the paint, and the foul called on Markieff Morris. So it's Denver now. They trail by 3. Foy dishes to Mudiay. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. With the break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. Fourth, the Nuggets.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Suns leading by 3. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Here's Booker. Kenneth Fareed pulls it in.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And there's the pass to Jokic. They set the pick. Near the three-point line, it's Foy. They get it again. Fareed, he dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Phoenix with the ball. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Knight for three. Rebound by the Nuggets. Fareed's got his third rebound on the night. Now, here is Ford. Covered by Morris. Now, here is Ford. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Houston. Feeds to Booker. Back tonight. Clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Here's Len. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Rockets.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you play. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Foy, the pass to Moutier. There's the pick. Out to Chandler. And he goes in for the dunk.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Now, here is Knight. He's got 5. The feed to Booker. And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. And Booker kicks it to Tucker. From the baseline. Moutier with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Len, a screen. Back tonight. To the right side. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money. That's no doubt. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too. Let's look back to last year's Nuggets while we've got a moment here, Kevin. 4th and second chance points, 7th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite, and they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball.
John Lure, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. And a switcher also for Denver. Gallinari's checked in.
And on the topic of Brandon Knight, you have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college. The kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers. Step back and squared up. Now it's a 6-point Suns lead.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. Here's Gallinari. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Gallinari's got his first points of the night.
You know, talking about Brandon Knight, part of the reason he's been traded so often is because teams are offering great prospects in return. Detroit dealt him for Brandon Jennings, and Milwaukee dealt him for Michael Carter-Williams.
Now here's Tucker. Glenn, a screen. Knight wide open. And the 3 off target.
Well, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
The dish to Tucker. Lenka kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Booker. 5 on the clock from outside the arc. Got a piece of it. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Some changes for Phoenix. Warren's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Sonny Weems comes in for Booker. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Brandon Knight. Big group substitution here for Denver. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Jay. Hickson comes in for Wilson Chandler. Will Barton, he's checked in for Randy Ford. And Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Now, here is Nelson. Hickson a screen on Bledsoe. Barton in the corner for 3. It's hauled in by Warren.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Barton dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it to Nelson. Hickson sets the screen for Nelson. Shot off the pick. Can't hit. And Phoenix will come the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Just not a disciplined performance defensively in that game, guys. A lot of silly fouls hurt them throughout.
I think lack of discipline is the right phrase, Greg. I mean, a lot of silly fouls, and they did that even when they were in foul trouble.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
A nice shot by Gallinari. Phoenix leading by 6. Bledsoe passes to Weems. Back to Bledsoe. Five on the clock. And John Moore gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets trail by 6. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I caught up with Coach Jeff Hornacek. I asked him to sum up their season to this point, and he said there's definitely room for improvement, but there are a lot of positives they can draw from. He'd just like to see a little more consistency on a night-in, night-out basis. Wouldn't we all, Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Eric Bledsoe. A very nice season for him last year. Last season put up about 17 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Bledsoe. All alone. And he connects with the jumper. And now a 10-point Phoenix lead.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far. Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
We have the time. Let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Suns third.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
.137 left here in the first quarter. And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed a big contract coming into the season, and now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role.
Here's Weems. They set the pick. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Here is Nelson. The Suns getting the bucket. 6 to shoot. Dixon a screen on Bledsoe. For 3, Nelson. Len grabs the board.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Now here's Bledsoe. His last outing, he had 8 points. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Eric Bledsoe. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Morris is checked in for Len. And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. The Nuggets trail by 14. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now Gallinari. 23 points for him the last game against Houston.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. The Suns on top, leading by 14. 2K Sports, back in a moment here from the U.S. Airways Center. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's what I pride myself on. You know, some nights you're not going to get the ball, but you still can be effective on the floor. Whether that's rebounding, playing defense, hustling, trying to create extra shots for your team. Whatever it is necessary that I feel like help my team get a win.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and, you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the
gentlemen.
lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Suns, Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Booker out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Chandler in at the 5. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So
take a break.
Obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season, miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
The Suns making a switch here. Warren's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
The shot by Knight, no good.
Well, smooth around the rim definitely is not the word I'd use to describe him. He's got some rough edges to him.
Here's Jokic. Good on the baseline, Jay. Jay's got 7 points in the game.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Suns?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Knight hits them both. Greg was talking about Brandon Knight. He'd really improve his shooting percentages before the midseason trade last year, and that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark, earlier in his career.
Yeah, not only was his shot going down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically, but now to take the next step, he has to cut down the turnovers.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
To the left wing. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And Tucker has it in the corner. This is to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Knight against Fareed. Again, the miss by Knight.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Mudiay kicks to Fareed. Missed inside.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
It's stolen by Mudiay. To the middle. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
And let's take a look now at Kenneth Fareed's numbers. Good season for him last year. 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And as you said, one of the more efficient scorers in the league last year. He showed great shot selection more often than not. Sent it home.
Out to the right wing. Tucker dishes to Morris. Here's Knight. It's blocked.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
There's a screen. Here's Mudiay. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Mudiay's got 5.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Knight. Tight defense on him. He kicks it to Warren. Tries again. And there's the play by Morris inside. Morris has got his first points of the night.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless. They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He told Jay that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thanks. Mudiay passes to Fareed, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish. So still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Foy from long range. Rebounded by Tucker. Phoenix leading by 13. He feeds it to Knight. Len with a screen on Chandler. Knight into the lane. There's a good screen. Stolen by Fareed. Randy Foy is on the wing. Defended by Booker. Pass to Chandler. Inside. Here's Jokic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
So far in the game for Jay, he has 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You know, the Phoenix Suns played well overall last season, but they still couldn't match up against some of the teams in the West. Had a hard time with in-conference battles.
He dishes it to Moutier. Rejected by Len. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And here's Tucker. Pass to Booker. For 3. And Jokic with the rebound.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The pass to Booker. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Fareed, a screen on Len. Over in the corner, Chandler. Knocks down the 3 ball. Chandler's got 7 points.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the 2nd straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Making a change here. Lures checked in. Suns leading by 6.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
And Tucker kicks to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Jokic passes to Moutier. They set the screen. Pass to Jokic. Screen by Fareed. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Chandler comes in for 1. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Booker. Knight on the wing. He's got 12. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
To the middle, here's Jokic, and so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
Sonny Weems checks in for Phoenix. And he makes both free throws.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment. And they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year. Brandon Knight certainly can pass the arm.
Nelson kicks to Gallinari, and he gets the bucket. Gallinari's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And the call will be against Jameer Nelson. That is his first foul of the game. Denver making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Here's Bledsoe. 8 points for him. Outside Knight. Lure dishes to Knight. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And that one's good. Tucker's got 5 now. The Nuggets trail by 8. Nelson, the pass to Gallinari. Bledsoe against Hickson. Puts up a 3. But they'll get another chance. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Nurkic with the block. Here's Barton, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Knight kicks to Bledsoe. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Here's Hickson. Nurkic trying to get open. The shot by Hickson, no good. Suns leading by 8. Feeds it to Knight. Here's Tucker. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got 6 assists in the game.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Now here's Hickson, guarded by Tucker. Back to Nelson. It's blocked.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Bledsoe dishes to Lure. There's the feed to Weems. And the wide open. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's how you extend the lead. I mean, they have tremendous confidence going for them right now. And that confidence is leading to some excellent shooting.
Nelson against Bledsoe. Screen by Nurkic. The dish to Gallinari. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking to end the run. Good as the jump shot falls. Gallinari's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. Took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
No good from Bledsoe. The Nuggets trail by 12. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Gallinari did get better and better over time. I mean, he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Weems. Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
And so he makes both from the line.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Bledsoe for 3. Can't get it to go. And Denver the other way now. 1:07 left here in the second. Bledsoe against Nelson. Unloads. Here's Hickson. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Hickson's got his first points of the game. Phoenix leading by 12.
Hey, I've got one more note on the Nuggets and the road. I mean, when you shoot as poorly as they did, as you mentioned, you start to lose some confidence and second-guess things. It's a lot harder to fight through shooting slumps like that in somebody else's building, no doubt.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Bledsoe passes to Tucker. Kicks it to Morris. Dishes it to Tucker. Weems passes to Luke. Here's Morris. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Screen by Nurkic. There's the triple. The offensive rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And we finished one half of basketball. Suns lead by 10. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Jameer, what disappointed you about the way this team played in the first half, and what needs to change after the halftime?
I mean, we got to obviously keep them off the offensive boards. We're making a lot of mistakes, a lot of careless mistakes, things that we could change. But it's up to us to change them. Coach can't draw up something on that board that's going to change that. We have to come with effort, but we have to play smart. We can't go out there and lose our mind when we're trying to play hard.
Jameer, thank you, guys. He's visibly frustrated.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. The first half was all about Brandon Knight. He had 14 points, 6 assists, and 1 rebound. After missing last game, it was clearly evident he wanted to make his mark tonight. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Denver?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. An exceptional performance from Brandon Knight.
And the approach to that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
So on the floor for Denver, Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Moutier out there at 4. And it's Jay in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now here's Moutier. Defense is right there. Jokic. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And Tucker kicks to Knight. Down low. Here's Morris. And that one is stuffed right through.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Knight kicks to Booker. Got a hand on it. Here's Jokic, guarded by Tucker. Passes it to Foy. Fires from deep, and he gets it to go. Foy's got it back down to single digits for Denver.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Knight into the lane. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Boy, and for Randy Foy, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Talking about Randy Foy last year, one difference is that he started almost every game, 78 the most in his career. That may have given him, Greg, additional confidence. Who knows?
Well, where I was impressed, Kevin, with his improvement was as a facilitator and rebounder. He seemed to lose his mojo for a few years in there, but last season, I really feel like he got it back.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Knight. 16 points and 7 assists. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
Here's Chandler. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them. And yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
That one is off. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for the Suns. And he's good on the second. Suns leading by 10. Pass to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Knight.
A moment now to see the numbers for Morris. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 15 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Kevin, look here at how the Suns ranked in the NBA last season. 3rd in fast break points, 6th in steals. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And as you pointed out, when it came to running the break, I mean, they were terrific. They left teams really just grasping for breath and unable to match that breakneck pace.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good for Mudiay. Suns leading by 8. Knight with it. He's got 16. Inside. And here we go. Fast break. Mudiay's got it. A shot by Foy. Foy's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yes.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Now, here is Knight. Guarded close and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so here's Denver. 6-point game. Jokic passes to Mudiay. To the inside. And Fareed with the basket on the assist for Mudiay. Mudiay's got 5 assists tonight.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Foy with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Foy dishes to Mudiay. Five to shoot. This one for 3. Another 3 for Denver.
How about this run they're in the midst of? On the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead.
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Screen by Fareed. Mudiay kicks to Chandler for the lead. Gets the bucket and the foul. T.J. Warren picks one up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Denver.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
That's good from Chandler. For Phoenix, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
Let's keep it going for your Sun Dancers.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Count it from 12. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
Now, here's Moutier. 10 points for him. And the pass to Jokic. Lets it go with a 3. And he gets it to go. Jay's got 16.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
To the wing right side. Warren kicks to Morris. Puts it up from 15. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Chandler's got his first 2 points.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
They get it back. Here's Fareed. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
That free throw, no good. Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level?
Outside, Knight. Drops it in from 11 feet. Knight's got 4 points now in the quarter. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And, guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Pass to Jokic. From the stripe. Booker pulls it in.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Morris a screen. Knight passes to Morris. Booker inside, covered by Foy. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Booker. And now it's a 3-point Phoenix lead.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Screen by Fareed. Clock at 6. Randy Foy is on the way. Defended by Booker. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Knight. Oh, that's blocked. Now here's Moutier. Defended by Booker. Now Moutier. 10 points for him. Chandler with the block. Here's Booker. Here's Morris. Kenneth Faried grabs the board. Faried's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Mudiay with the basket.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. 5th, Tyson Chandler.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
So for the Suns, Sonny Weems comes in for T.J. Warren, and it's Eric Bledsoe in for Knight. Morris a screen. Now here's Booker. Defense right on him. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Booker's got 12. The Nuggets trail by 3. Nelson kicks to Nurkic. Shot from 12. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
No good from Bledsoe.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Nelson outside. He kicks it to Hickson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Weems kicks to Bledsoe. Booker dishes to Bledsoe. They set the screen. Here's Morris. The shot is off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And here's Nelson. Kicks in a screen. Feeds to Gallinari. Barton passes to Gallinari. 5 to shoot. Nelson with it. Guarded now by Morris. For the lead. And there's another one for the Nuggets. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here, too.
At 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Again, the miss by Morris.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Nelson dishes to Gallinari. Fires from the line. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. The Suns trail it. Weems kicks to Bledsoe. Chandler is screened. Bledsoe passes to Booker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle is spreading it around.
Picks in a screen. Now, here is Gallinari. Not a lot of room. And it's Gallinari again missing. It's a neck-and-neck game in Phoenix. Out left to the wing. Booker with it. He's against Hickson. No good from Booker. Denver's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Hickson a screen. Nelson left side. Barton in the corner for the 3. That's good. Barton's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the 3rd.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now the feed to Weems. And right away, they answer with a 3-pointer of their own. Weems got 7 points.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Quickly, let's take a look at the stats for Nelson. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 8 points a game last season. 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Lures checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Sonny Weems. Count that one. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
The dish to Nurkic. Tries from 10, and Chandler sends it back. Now, here is Gallinari. Guarded by Tucker. A second chance effort. Again, the Nuggets score. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Booker up top. He's got 14. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Booker's got 6 in the quarter.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. The Suns on top, up 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Nuggets trail. John Lure's out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Chandler. And it's Knight in at the 1. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Jokic, no good. Phoenix has got their 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Knight kicks it to Tucker. No good with the triple. Here's Jokic. Here's Moutier. That 3 off the mark. outside Knight. He feeds it to Bledsoe. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Randy Foye.
Tremendous output from Bledsoe. 13 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Phoenix.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player, and that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the good backup in Los Angeles with the Clippers and going to Phoenix in a more prominent role. You know, but he went on to have a dynamic season, proving that, you know, Greg, and you know this position so well, he has the ability to be one of the best league's combo guards, I think.
I agree. I mean, consistency will tell the tale when it comes to Bledsoe. I mean, the rebounds and assists, the averages were up last year, but his shooting percentages were down. So is Bledsoe a near max level player? Only time will tell.
And Tucker kicks to Lewis. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Now here's Moutier. He's tightly guarded. Another shot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Morris is checked in for Lure. Both free throws good for Moutier. Phoenix has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Bledsoe kicks to Knight. Out to Morris. Jacks up a 3. Denver grabs the miss.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by Knight. Chandler's shot. Good.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Chandler outside. Jokic passes to Fareed. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good. Getting back to Faried, the numbers through last season tell a very interesting story. His field goal percentage has gone down every year, while his free throw percentage has gone up every year.
Yeah, his rebounds, assists, steals, block numbers have all stayed relatively flat. You know, he's making a positive contribution, but maybe not at the level of that contract extension he signed back in 14.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Faried. He's got 10 rebounds and a steal. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the script of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well. Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense did to not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Free throw good for Morris. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Nuggets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Jokic. He dishes it to Ford. Lets it go from deep. Moves back up. And the layup is up and in. 18 points for Jay.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Knight into the lane. Here's Chandler. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Chandler's got it all tied up now for the Suns. Denver's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Moutier. Chandler outside. Phoenix grabs the miss. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The line for your Suns, Eric Bledsoe. Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. He hits both from the strike.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Morris with the block. And out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Here's Moutier. There's a screen. Clock at 6. Here's Chandler. Again, the miss by Chandler. The Suns leading. Outside Knight. Outside for Bledsoe. To the paint. Here's Morris. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 5 assists tonight. Down low, here's Foy. Makes it off the glass.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Knight dishes to Chandler. The 3, Bledsoe. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Now here's Mudiay. He's covered closely. To the left side wing. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Jokic. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Morris against Fareed. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Checking out the game Marquise Morris is having. 12 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
Marquise Morris. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Morris drops them both.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Now, here's Mudiay. He's guarded by Knight. Mudiay kicks to Chandler. And he jams it with authority.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Jokic passes to Chandler. Stolen by Tucker. Kicks it to Knight. The 3. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
He took good advantage of that screen. Foy's got 9 points here in the second half.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Bledsoe right side. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Booker, he's checked in for Brandon Knight.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. The Nuggets trail by 4. Moutier with the ball. Here's the screen. A baseline J, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Booker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Just 5 on the clock. Foy, the pass to Jokic. The jump hook. No what? So Phoenix will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Morris a screen. Booker in the corner. "13 feet away. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Suns lead by 8.
He's got to quit while he's ahead, Kev. It worked that last time. That's an invitation for a turnover.
And Foy kicks to Moutier. There's the screen. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he can't get the first one. Gallinari, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. He's off on the second.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
Takes a 3. A nice shot by Booker. And it's an 11-point Phoenix lead.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
They set the screen. Screen by Fareed. Dishes to Foy. Down low, Jokic. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Chandler. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Suns making a change here. Lewis checked in.
One shot. One shot.
free throw. No good.
Boy, their struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
Tucker dishes to Booker. Bledsoe passes to Booker. Morris with a screen on Fareed. That's good. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Nuggets trail by 11.
And now, your Suns dancers.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. He told Jay that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. To the middle, and the dunk by Fareed.
Surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
Tucker can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 9. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's blocked. They get it back. Moutier off target with his 3.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Good on both. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Foy, the pass to Jokic. He kicks to Moutier. Screen by Fareed. Pass to Foy from 18 feet away. And it's Lure with the rebound. Phoenix leading by 11. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. There's the pass to Tucker. There's the pick. Morris a screen. Tucker dishes to Morris. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Moutier pass to Jokic. 1:07 left in the game. Off target is 6th miss and 13 attempts from the floor.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Suns.
Clark, the bench, gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Booker. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Looking at the game for Foy, he has 11 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within single digits. Phoenix making some changes. Alex Lenz checked in for Markieff Morris. Warren comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Sonny Weems subbed in for Booker. Denver also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Jay. Barton comes in for Kenneth Faried. And Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. And Foy, it's both of them. There's 31 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Bledsoe against Nelson. Pass to Weems. Glenn, a screen. Bledsoe kicks to Weems. There's the pick. Off the pick. Barton with the rebound. Feeds it to Nurkic. Puts up a 3. Nails the triple. And now we've got the intentional foul.
The line for your serves, Eric Bledsoe. Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Barton dishes to Nelson. So the Suns win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the doubles.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Brandon, certainly a nice win, aided in large part by your ability to get your teammates involved. What is your primary focus?
Definitely just get my guys going a lot more and, try to be more of a playmaker. And, I enjoy seeing the guys going and making shots off my passes.
I think they enjoy it as well, Brandon. Great job. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Let us take a moment now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game. During the second half, it seemed like he was simply on a mission. Really didn't let up.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.